When Sydney was a child, she would intentionally and repeatedly throw herself down the stairs, deserving her nickname Boom Boom. She never ceased to surprise us. Sydney was a great person. Through her memories and accomplishments, we're able to carry her with us for the rest of our lives. And although we lost her too soon, she continues to leave everlasting impacts on all of us today. Sydney and I were childhood friends. We grew up together next door and spent every waking moment together. As I look around, I notice a lot of familiar faces, and I know how happy Sydney would be to know that we're all here together for her now. I want to take this time to acknowledge Sydney as the caring person she was and the dreamer. Sydney continued to be in tune with her emotions. She saw the best in everyone. She was a different kind of person. She would cry at the sight of roadkill and feel some sympathy towards some criminals. She had always been sensitive towards her surroundings and the people around her. Whether you were a stranger, homeless on the streets, or a long-lost friend, she would always welcome you with open arms. She was really fond of the holidays and believed that nobody should not celebrate them with anyone. I remember one Thanksgiving when she invited her dad's friend Craig over to celebrate. Craig had told Sydney that he had recently got out of jail and he hasn't had a Thanksgiving meal in a really long time. He was really grateful that she invited him in. I remember her being afraid of her strong emotions. She would always joke that she would cry even when the wind changed. Patient and non-judgmental, Sydney was easy to open to and trust. When she was in high school, she went on a mission trip to San Francisco, which changed her life forever for the way that she treated people and talked to them. She will never forget the people that she met on that mission trip. A girl that was her age living on the streets with a mental disorder, and even some people that she delivered meals to that had HIV, AIDS, and other diseases that didn't have much human contact. She often spoke of the importance of treating everyone equal. She would talk about how it's important to listen to their stories rather than just hear them. She truly wanted the best for people, good or bad. It was important to her that she shared compassion and understanding with everyone. Sid's demonstration of unfaltering empathy demonstrated her undying drive to pursue her dreams. She was a dreamer with a strong head on her shoulders that wasn't afraid to forge her own path in life and think big. She was determined to follow her dreams, and she never feared saying anything that was on her mind. Always going against the grain, Sydney was the physical embodiment of Sinatra's "I will do it my way." Living in her sister's shadows, Sydney decided to postpone college to decide what she wanted to be for the rest of her life. After 3 years, she finally decided to pursue her degree in her one passion, wildlife conservation. As her sister told me, Sydney never really had a passion, but when she spoke about her dream of working with animals, her eyes would light up. She never wanted to settle in life, but do something meaningful. She wanted to do something that would change the world for the better. It was important to her that the future generations would be able to experience animals before extinction by the human hand. Her sister compared Sid's passion to that of Jane Goodall's, simply knowing that she devoted her whole life to saving these animals is cause enough to celebrate who she was, rather than mourn. Sydney was always one with strong opinions. She was never afraid to voice her own opinion about something that she didn't agree with. She wasn't afraid to call her friends out on a lot of their poor decisions, and we could thank her for being that positive angel on our shoulder. I remember her telling me, "What's the worst that could happen? What, they're not going to like what you have to say?" She did have a point. We all took something from that relationship, otherwise we wouldn't be here today to celebrate her. We were all beyond blessed to have had Sydney in our lives, as she continued to guide us to become better people, whether we knew it or not. She had a different way than thinking than a majority of us. It was her dreams and her fears that led her to become the strong person that she was. Her greatest quality was that she wore her heart on her sleeve, and she was never afraid to follow her path in life or have a voice of her own. Sydney didn't have many passions, but the little that she did, she lived her life for. It was her kind-heartedness and determination that made Sydney Allen so remarkable, and we're all better off knowing her. Thank you.